We've never seen somebody make that statement in their What I Eat in a Day videos. Let's watch what influencer and model Nara Smith eats in a day. Nara often does these made from scratch cooking videos, dressed absolutely sensationally, and she places a very soothing voice over her videos. Needless to say, Nara's videos can be quite relaxing to watch, and that's a word that you could never use to describe any of my videos.
Let's do another what I eat in a day. I just want to start off by saying that this is not how I eat every single day. This was just this specific day.
We've never seen somebody make that statement, and I really appreciate that Nara put that caveat at the beginning of the videos, because whilst logically it makes sense that somebody doesn't eat the same way every day, I think it still requires reminding. Just because somebody is showing you one way that they eat doesn't mean that they eat like that every single day. What I don't appreciate so much, and I've talked about this before, is that kind of body shot at the beginning of What I Eat in a Day videos. Nara's not the first person to do this. We see this a lot. There's an element of ick that comes with that, because what that implies is this is how my body looks, and it's because of what I eat in a day, which is what I'm about to show you. It's not that simple. Kind of interwoven into that is this implication that if you eat like this, you'll look like this. And as we've talked about so many times, there is so much that goes into our body composition than just what we eat on any day. So whilst I appreciate it's really common for folk to do this in their What I Eat in a Day videos, doesn't make it normal, doesn't make it any less icky, if I'm honest.
But I started off with a tea and my probiotics, then I cut up some strawberries and had that with blueberry chia pudding and this coconut yogurt. It was really, really good. It was the best yogurt I could find that had like that yogurt consistency.
Chia pudding, coconut yogurt, some fruit, love to see it. And despite the fact that we know I'm not a fan of chia seeds, I can guarantee that those chia seeds would find their ways into the crevices of my teeth. Also, those strawberries looked incredible.
Having dairy. Then I had some chicken, spinach, and Brussels sprouts, a vegetable curry.
Chicken, spinach, Brussels sprouts. Then she had the chicken curry, which looked incredible.
I sometimes hate the taste of water, so I do like 80% water and a splash of apple juice. And then for dinner, I had some chicken noodle soup that I had left over with some seaweed kimchi. And then I was still hungry, so I had some salad and an apple and oat butter.
And then for dinner, we're seeing again carbs, fat, protein. I love that she also mentioned like I was still hungry, so I had a bit more. And then we also saw her having dessert. That granola butter is actually really tasty. Because I'd seen some of Nara's content previously, as she does these made from scratch cooking videos, and she's dressed absolutely sensationally and looks like her life is put together so seamlessly. I really thought that I was going to come away from this video feeling like a piece of poo because I had dino nuggets for dinner last night. Whereas in actuality, I really don't. We saw her eat all 3 meals, very relatably mentioned that she had dinner, but she was still hungry, so she went back and had something else. There was no shame or stigma around food. She didn't mention good foods, bad foods, cheat days, no morality around food. I don't even think that she's referred to anything as healthy. She really just was like, this is what I eat in a day sometimes. The only 2 caveats I actually have. Like I talked about, that kind of body shot at the beginning, which you can't move in a What I Eat in a Day without somebody doing that kind of body shot. That doesn't make it okay. Folk that post What I Eat in a Day, if we could just do away with the body checking at the beginning of the video. And the only other small, tiny... I had seen this video go quite viral of Nara's about her making her own sunscreen. I follow Dr. Alexis and she made a video about this. I'm all for making things at home. If you have the time, the patience, the privilege to be able to cook all your meals from scratch, use homemade soaps and things like that, like make things from home from scratch, you do you. There's an element of certain things, like Dr. Alexis talks about in her video, that we need to ensure that are safe. And I feel like sunscreen is quite high at the top of that list. I'm going to tag Dr. Alexis because her video was awesome. But that aside, the video itself, I didn't find it to be that shaming. Simultaneously, I'm aware that I'm not so much the clientele for Nara's content. I don't try and make meals from scratch every single day. I don't get dressed up every day. We're lucky that I even have clothes on in a day, to be perfectly honest with you. So this content doesn't make me feel any certain way about how I eat. But if one does try to cook meals at home from scratch, or feel that that's something they should be doing, or feels the pressure to get dressed up and look a certain way in the day, and we all go through that at times, this may make somebody feel like they're not doing enough. But to be honest, I actually thought this was going to be laced a lot more with shaming and stigma around food. As I edit this video, there is one final thing that I wanted to mention about this, which is that if this was me eating this food, this wouldn't be enough food for me to consume in a day. And it's okay if that is also the same for you. One thing that continues to not feel good about these What I Eat in a Day videos is the comparison element to it. When we watch these videos, often we might think, oh shoot, I would still be hungry if I was eating that much food, but that's how much they eat in a day? Am I eating too much food? All of our bodies are incredibly different, and all of the demands on our bodies are incredibly different throughout the day. Like I mentioned, if I was eating what Nara Smith was eating in a day, that wouldn't be enough food for me and I would still be hungry. But this is what Nara eats in a day. And it sounds like it is satiating for her to eat, but that doesn't affect how much we should eat in a day. I just wanted to reiterate that what is satiating for one person may not be satiating for another. I would need more food than this, and that's okay. And that is body diversity, and it's a wonderful, wonderful thing.